Was your dad doing some of the work for you in college?
Yes.
Did you have an assignment to write a paper about a work by Machiavelli?
I think they gave you choices, and Dad picked Machiavelli. That was just one of the things we had talked about early on in our life and all the way through that kind of historical battles and things like that. I was always reporting to him, and he was always wanting to know exactly what the assignments were. If he saw something that he could do easy, then he could just do it for me and I could save the time.
And did you turn in a paper based on a work by Machiavelli, a work called Prince?
Yes.
I asked if you recognize that.
Yes. This is a paper I did for one of my classes at Princeton. This is one of the ones my dad did.
I asked you if you recognize the handwriting.
This is my dad's. I think this is the first copy of it that he wrote.
And is this the first draft of the paper you eventually turned in?
Yes. His secretary typed this, and they FedExed to me, and I handed it in.
In looking at the contents of this paper, does it reflect certain philosophies which your dad discussed with you?
Almost exactly.
I'd like to direct you to the last paragraph. Does that paragraph particularly reflect the philosophy that your dad taught you?
Which one? The bottom one?
Yes.
And the middle one? Okay, the bottom one? Yes. And the middle one.
Could you just read the bottom one for us?
Machiavelli's view of personal trust and loyalty is consistent with his overall premise. While it would be desirable to achieve personal trust and loyalty by one's subjects, it would be dangerous and foolish to base one's rule and the stability of the state on this premise. For personal trust and loyalty without the ever-constant presence of pain would, in his judgment, be set aside whenever it was convenient for the general population to do so.
Is that reflective of the type of instruction your dad gave you?
Yes. I got a bad grade because he did it without the book. I had the book in New Jersey, and I kept telling him, you should buy a copy of the book. And he said, oh, no, I know all this.
Did you get a bad grade on it for a particular reason?
Yes, the teacher said that it was interesting, but that it was basically just my ruminations and not reflective of Machiavelli's actual work in The Prince.
And whose ruminations actually are contained in that paper?
My dad's.